Well, welcome to Denver Sluice in Norfolk. This is Denver Sluice. That's the River Ouse down there, and it runs to our right up towards the Wash and obviously off to the North Sea. Looking all around, we can look over there, and that at the bottom over there is the relief channel, lockkeeper's house, the entrance to the rowing club, and the rest of the sluice and the freshwater ooze down there. And just at our feet, as we come up to it, we can see the lock, and that takes it on to the freshwater and the saltwater system. So that's the Great River Ouse, and now we'll walk into the clubhouse area. Now, as you can see, we've got the water straight down there immediately, and it's the home to the Denver Sailing Club. This is our track downwards. There are a few, as you can see, sorry about the bouncing around, the last of the sailing boats that are here. The ones on the left of the picture are more unused than used, and the ones on the right are actually privately owned. And there's the beginnings of our rowing boat fleet, and down the track on the other side of the car is the clubhouse. On the far side of the river you can see the Denver moorings, and those are leased out at about £78 per metre per month or something like that. Well, it's quite expensive. Walking straight down, we'll have a quick look at the boat fleet as we go down, and we get to see what's going on. Okay, so now you can see the immediate bit of water. That immediate bit of water is the feed from the main river down to the new sluice gate, the A.G. Wright sluice. On the left there, tin shed, that's where we store the oars. On the other side of that sluice is the cut-off channel, which feeds water down to Essex, and here's the beginnings of our fleet. The first boat here is a Mondego double, absolutely fantastic boat. Bought it for 250 quid, it was near wrecked, done it all up, it's good to go. It's a Mondego single. If you look at them carefully, they're both out of the same Bedford Star program that was going on in the late 90s, I think it was, or late 80s. And then we've got the racing boats, if you wish. First one off is a Wnrc double, quite nice, try to look after it. Next is my single. There's another single on the side of that, which isn't there, it's probably out in the water somewhere. A Bergshell single, the white one furthest away. It's a bit of a hack boat, and the yellow boat, Pango, which is my boat, that's used by all and sundry, which we put Raptor balance on that one. Heading straight down to the water, we've got, again, sorry for the big bounce, we've got our collection of swift boats. Two singles, both restricted type, those are used quite a lot, and we've got two doubles there, again two swifts. The two singles were bought out of the lottery funding, as was one of the swift doubles. The other swift double was funded by the sailing club. There's a single down the bottom, that's an Ailings, again which I bought on the cheap, done up, and it's quite a nice boat to row. Behind it is one of the four virus boats you can see that we've got a slipway, and they're the other virus boats, and don't laugh, that is a surfboard. Now on the surfboard we bolt onto a rowing rig out of one of the Mondegos and use that for land training. In the tin shed we have, in the dark, we can see, hopefully, just about, we can see our collection of sculling oars, and we have some more oars on the side, plus the Raptor balance. Okay, back down here again, quickly looking down here, getting down to the water, all our nice swift boats. Like I said, they do get used, we do put them under cover, we do tie them down, they're even bolted down, would you believe. They're actually locked down, padlocked down onto the woodwork. That's just strapped down, nice boat. That should be our rescue launch. We've got an engine for it, but that still works in progress. Bit of a jetty, and then our landing stage. Right, landing stage. That landing stage, which we've built over the last few months, is actually big enough to put an 8 quite easily. We can get 3 singles, or at least three boats down there, no problem at all. And now you can start looking down the river. That river is lock free, and it is as wide as it looks from here all the way down. If you give me a couple of seconds, we'll go and have a look at it in a minute. This is Belinda going off in her nice Yano. Belinda's only been rowing for the last 18 months or so. If we head on down to the, again, so about the bounce, and this is the clubhouse. And the clubhouse dates back from the late 50s, mid 60s. That's when the extension was put on. Have a very quick look at looking down the river. There's a dog's bone there. That's great. One who's done that one. That can go get that one sorted out. Looking down the river, 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 looking down. So that's what we row on. One slight bend, it all disappears off into the ether. The clubhouse. Right, let's go into the clubhouse. Whilst I'm doing that, I'll just bash in the code, and then hopefully we can see Belinda head down to the river. She's going to do that? But no, we're not. Okay, let's go in. Alright, so the clubhouse is old and ancient. This bit was built in 1967, and we'll do a quick panoramic round, panoramic round, panoramic round, panoramic round, panoramic round, panoramic round. Look at that. Where else do you get that in this country? Walking through slowly, we have a kitchen area and a coffee machine. More important than a bar, we have ladies. Again, this is all part of the old sailing club that we're kind of quietly making good use of. And obviously the gents. So obviously that's a changing room. Showers aren't operative, but the toilets are. There's still the remnants of the sailing club here. But the sailing club is in effect inactive. But we've got everything you need to actually have an instant club. We have an ergo. Not much for a gym, but hey ho. But that's the view. And how opportune to get that smiley face. So, Denver Sluice, and Denver Sailing Club, and home of West Norfolk Rowing Club. Thank you. Well, obviously, it's about 6 o'clock, and this is what it's like on the water. And yes, I'm in a single. Hopefully we don't go in or slip and lose things. That's looking up the river. That is a nice bit of water, and that's just the last stretch. From here, that's about 350 metres, 400 metres. But on my right shoulder, which we can't see, it just goes on for another 2.5 clicks to the first railway bridge. And then from the railway bridge, another 2 kilometres to a place called 10 Mile Bank. Heaven.